There we are. Welcome back. It's been a minute. A lot of fucking shit happened outside of the obvious stuff. I have returned from the other side. We have a lot of stuff to go over, I feel like. The short and sweet is... So, okay, the summary of Genesis for me, personally, is that Genesis 8 was probably my favorite Genesis I've ever been to. Those who don't know, I have attended Genesis 5, 6, 7, and 8 across the last, what, 5-ish years? 5-ish years. And yeah, each one has been great. I have loved each one. I think my personal ranking of each one I've been to goes probably 8 first, 6 second, 7 third, 5 fourth. And that's how it, but all of them were great at the end of the day. This one just hit different for a lot of reasons, and I kind of hinted at this in prior sheets before I went out there. So I think I should probably get to the gist. So I flew to Genesis a lot earlier than I typically do because I flew out on a Tuesday instead of a Thursday. Because typically when people fly to majors, they fly out on a Thursday. No, I was there early, mostly because I was part of a production group called Big Cozy, and we all agreed to meet up at an Airbnb about 10 minutes away from the venue in a very nice part of California, I should say. Like, I'll get more into the Airbnb stuff later, but it was a very nice Airbnb, I'll give it that. But yeah, I was there for the entire week, and we got together, we shot content. I cannot say the details of just about all of it because most of it is work that will be out either in the coming weeks or at most a month, I'd say, but I do not want to dox anything. Otherwise, I will probably be hunted down by Anders or somebody from Big Cozy, and I will no longer be able to do anything. But hopefully that will not happen. But there's a lot of fun stuff. I learned how to operate stuff like DSLR cameras. I learned how to use stuff like audio equipment, such as a boom arm and other audio recording equipment, like the more ins and outs of XLR stuff, all like the nerdy stuff if you're a producer of any kind, or if you specialize in like video quality, or audio stuff. Yeah, those are two different things, yes. And just like kind of like getting a more idea of what it's like behind the scenes when you're shooting a video, because before Genesis 8, I never really like worked in that or had that kind of experience like behind like a set like that, shooting content like that with multiple people. I've always been a guy who has always sat down at my desk, either streamed and then turned it into a video, or wrote down the video outline notes off stream and then shot a video at myself, like you see most YouTubers do. This format obviously was much more of a group setting. We kind of come together, kind of like a workshop basically, across multiple days, and you work on stuff. Whether it's like, oh, we're gonna work on this sketch today, or we're gonna talk about content ideas today, or we're gonna do blah 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 about content on this day. It was that sort of vibe. It was really, really fun, and it was pretty relaxed too, on more days than others too, because we were pretty relaxed one day because we want to like more talk about stuff instead of work on stuff. We were very out and about some days because of Genesis itself, obviously, because the event was going on. So it was a lot of fun, lots and lots of fun. So that's kind of like why I flew out early. Genesis basically is a international Smash tournament. It's one of the biggest Smash tournaments in the entire world, and it takes place on the West Coast here in the United States. Yeah, it's the Super Bowl of Smash. That is my that is like my TLDR of it. It's the Super Bowl of Melee, or Smash in general, because it's pretty big for Ultimate too. I think Ultimate was actually bigger attendee-wise. Let me look at it. But I think the story, more so from Genesis, was more about Melee, and I think it was well worth having that be last, which I will get to, because Jesus Christ, that was... Genesis Melee was like some of the craziest Melee I've seen since Genesis 5. I don't know who saw this tweet, but so Turned On for Walt shot like a kind of like a panning shot of the crowd. I'll just show it off. So you can see who's that? So who's that guy just like going off with the guy in the red hat right there? So yeah, front and center of this shot is myself, and it's actually myself, Anders, and Border, who was in who I don't know if he's still here, who our friend David. So there's the three of us. We're front in this shot, so that's cool. I had my bit of a moment there. Yeah, you can't see it here. So like the top right side of the venue, like the upper level right side was pretty open. Like it wasn't like empty, but like there were a good amount of seats. You actually can see some in the shot if you look closely in like the upper area in the back. There are some shots there too, some places there, but like the floor was totally packed. So the first game is a timeout. So it's the first set of top 8 at Genesis. The first match is Hungrybox versus Laud. This has a lot of story going in because at the last Giga Schwab, the week before Genesis, Hbox and Laud played the longest grand final set in the history of Melee. It was a 9-game set. I believe it was 9 games, which Laud won in the end. But it raised the question if we should lower the timer. Personally, I don't think we should. It only really happens in this kind of matchup, and depending on if they play in this way. Basically, this game went to time because whenever one of these two got a lead, mostly Hbox, they would start camping and not really approach. So what Laud has to do is just chase Hbox down, pull turret, and try to like get extra percent on Hbox. That is this entire set. This is a 29-minute set of camping, and this was 4 games. This wasn't 5 games. So I think it's the end of the game. And just watch Xbox both at the start, at the end of this game, and the end of the set entirely.
Going to take game
just watch this.
Yeah, nicely done from Hbox and popping off already.
Just one more time for the fans. Just watch Hbox. So it's the he does like the dumbbell raise like right here, and then he puts it back down. Like he did that. So yeah, then yeah, he does the dumbbell lift. He comes back down, and then he's just yelling. It's game 1. It's the end of game 1, and he's popping off. And Laud is just like composed, thinking about game 2 and what he's going to do to fix this. So a big thing that Peach has to do against Puff to have a better chance is start pulling turnips. What we did from game 2 onwards was count the amount of turnips that Laud was pulling. So
keep pulling, keep pulling.
65! That's loud as shit.
66! No, 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 we need it, no, we need it, no, no, no.
The crowd is fucking yelling no, because he's literally trying to kill Laud before he pulls 69. That's literally the entire bit here. That is the entire bit of why we're yelling no. Because he pulled 68 and then he started getting comboed.
Yes, yes, 68! 69!
And the crowd popped off because he pulled 69. What I love about this is just like how the set ends. So the end of the set comes. So yeah, I'll stop. Okay, so just watch the Hbox pop off compared to how Laud acts after he loses his stock. So like before Peach even died, he was popping off, which is just, that's the most Hbox. That's a very one thing to do, which I can't say I'm shocked by that, but like he's popping off, and then there's Laud just over to the side, and then he's like, yeah, all right, good games, man. And he holds up the fist and fist bumps him. I just love that idea. After like a 4-game set, which went nearly a half hour of just fucking turnip camping, Puff barely approaching after getting a % lead, Laud is just like standing there like, all right, I'm just waiting for it, just waiting for the moment. It's like you're trying to find that way to get into a conversation basically, and then they fist bump. Here, I do have an Hbox story from this tournament. I would like to talk about it. I guess I'll go. That's a good segue for the next part. So yeah, the Hbox story pertains to a party I was invited to. So yeah, there was a VIP party for 69%, which was one of the vendors at Genesis. This is one of my many Hbox stories. This is one of my many Hbox stories. My Hbox story pertains to that. So I bought one of these, which is a 69% hat. This is the VIP hat because I bought one of these. This is a $100 price of admission to get into that party, for the record too. Great fucking party, by the way. This shit was awesome. They're basic 69% is a vendor slash crew that make merch just at 69% because funny sex number in Melee. I also got stickers for it. So yeah, it was a sick party. Strip pop champagne at one point with Shrey. I got it on video.
Pop it! Ooh, baby! Ooh, baby! Down it! Let's go 6'9".
So I'm at the party for like an hour and a half, 2 hours at this point. I'm playing Melee with a guy called Sandy, who's a super homie, by the way. Shout out to him. And I look over to the door, and Hbox walks in. Like, no mask, no 69% merch at all, and he just walks in. The entire party, like, music stops. The entire party just looks over to the door, and we see him. And we're all just like, wait, I'm like, wait, what? So he goes to the corner, like, of like either like the bedroom in this, because this is a suite that we're in. He goes either to the bedroom corner or the corner of like the main room, like there's like by the window and shit like that, and he's just chilling on his phone. I don't think he got a drink at that point, but he's just chilling. Earlier that day, Hbox tweeted this, I'm pretty sure, after he beat Mango. He just tweeted, what the fuck just happened? Yeah, he played Mango, and it was like, it started off well, but like after a while, Mango just got fucking destroyed. Thing is, like, Hbox was just playing really well that set, like if you look at it from like a non-biased perspective, and Mango just like already had like a long ass run by that point. But it was a 3-0. Like, it was a 3-0, very different than most Mango Hbox sets. And at that, he tweeted this. It wasn't long after that. So he goes in the room. He's in the corner. And he doesn't really say. I don't think he talked to anybody. But yeah, after like 15 some odd minutes, I think Trip tried to go talk to him, and then Hbox just fucking left. Like, he just fucking left after like Trip tried to go say something to him. And then it was just like, what? Like, it was just really like weird. And like, here's the liquid purse that came with them. They stayed, and they were pretty cool from what I remember too. So it's like, I don't understand. But like, top 8 generally was good. Like, after like top 8 was a lot of fun, because you got like a good combo of like I said, the War of Attrition set. You got like the hype storm of Jmook, which we haven't even talked about that yet. We haven't even touched that yet. About that shortly. We also had Cody Zane. Cody Zane was a great set.
Come on, Cody!
Yeah, I was rooting for Cody to win because I want to see him like do well. Plus, I said Zane won the last Genesis, to be fair. For his fucking life. So Randall fucking comes out here. So Cody was expecting him to not go on Randall there, but Randall came back up at the most perfect time so Zane could recover. He was gonna hold ledge and probably edge guard Zane. Yeah, so he got his jump. He got his jump, was able to delay it and get back on the stage.
Oh my God!
And he missed because he fucking got hit by the forwarder and crouch canceled, and he went far.
Randall.
So the timer is at 6:05. For people who don't know, Randall on Yoshi's story has a certain timer of when he enters and exits the stage on either side. When it's at like 05, he's about to come out on the left side. So at 04, he's going to pop out, which is right now. So Randall pops out here, and yeah, he wins. So Randall's coming to play there, but it was Randall coming into play on that Shine edge guard. If Randall doesn't pop up there on that edge guard, Cody more than likely wins the set. Because it was like incredibly clean play from Zane, and then he won. There's the Zane pop off. So yeah, that was crazy. So I think the story that we gotta kind of talk about here is a certain man from New York. Yes, so we had these white t-shirts, which I'll show off mine in a moment here. Where is the picture? Yeah, it was this picture where it was Ryobeat tweeting this. So this is the Jmook fan club who met the picture. So there I am again up front. Jmook got a shirt after top 8 ended. So yeah, the story behind the photo is E-Tossed, aka Melee Stack Guy that I met. Very good man. He literally bought like so many white shirts and then just got a black Sharpie and just wrote Jmook on every single one, and then went around like the front couple, like the first like 5 rows across top 8 and just handed them out to everybody that he could. I got mine. This was mine. I am dead ass framing this. I am never washing this shirt. Never will. I'm dead ass going to frame this. Like, this is actual history that I'm holding right here. Aiden was really cool to meet. When I got back Saturday, I'll start this bit. Yeah, I'll start this bit. When I got back Saturday from lunch, who did I meet in the venue? The person that I met on Saturday was the rising star streamer of the year. I met Stanz. I did meet Staniel on Saturday. He got there on Saturday, like afternoon-ish, probably like when I went to lunch is when he got there. And then he was standing by he was saying like he was watching the Melee main stage, but he wasn't like sitting down. He was kind of just like watching from a distance. And then I saw he was just talking to a friend. I think he flew in with. And then I'm like, okay, I'll go say hi to Stanz. At least see what happens. So I walk up. He's just watching, talking to a friend. I'm like, hey, what's up? And I said, hey, what's up, Stanz? And we introduced myself to him. And yeah, we just had like a very nice like conversation for like 5 minutes. Because I didn't want to bother him a lot, but he was chilling. He was like genuine, really nice dude. We talked about what some of the stuff I was shooting on Friday. We talked about Melee stuff in general, you know, how streaming been, all that stuff, kind of general stuff, how he's feeling being there and all that jazz. He was having a good time. And yeah, we took a picture on Sunday, which we'll talk about in a little bit. I didn't see Atrioc until Sunday. But yeah, I was definitely like looking for Big A for the money match throughout the week. I'm like, where the fuck is Big A? I gotta find him. Like I gotta find him. Where is he? Yeah, he was probably one of my favorite people I met all weekend because it was just a very nice chat we had. And I also like talked to him like a little bit later on Saturday with like a group talk, and we all went our separate ways too. I left him alone after that. It was cool. Very, very cool. He was dodging me. I like to imagine that Big A was just dodging me. I was talking to people. I actually showed this to Stanz. It is when I renewed my sub in the context, and this is the message that I sent to Atrioc.
Was talking about you earlier today because I was remembering when the Blur tried making the Twitch Melee circuit a thing. Also, if you're going to Genesis, do you want a money match?
Okay. Call-out's been made.
I will match you at Genesis, and then you just write down on a piece of paper how much money you want, and I'll give it to you.
And then after replay for fun, he says. So I showed Stanz this clip. I showed this to Stanz. He laughed. He thought it was funny. He thought it was funny too. And then okay, here's what happens next. Stanz coached me. Stanz coached me on how to beat Atrioc. Stanz gave me the insider info. Like he's gonna Shino stall you. Be ready for that. And then he's also like, all right, just crouch hits like a motherfucker. He will fall for it. And I'm like, all right, sick, Peepo G. So he gave me the advice of how to beat his best friend, which is fucking hilarious. But also it sounds like something he would do. But he was like, yeah, all you gotta do is that. Because I play Jigglypuff, for those who don't know. Stanz plays floaties as well. So it's two floaty guys talking about how to beat a Sheik, which I love that so much. It was a fun conversation. So the match, we played in doubles. That's what happened here. So I walk up to Big A after top 8 ends. And I'm gonna go over here. I walk up to him. First up, oh yeah. Context too. There's context to this. So during top 8, when Jmook beat, I think when he beat None. Yeah, so Jmook wins. I pop the fuck off. Yeah, that's me behind. That's me behind Zane. You can't see. There's that's me right there. I'm pretty sure that's me. Yeah, that's me right there. That's me. That's me. I'm right there. You know, I'm famous. Holy shit, I'm in the light. I'm famous. That's me. After this happens, like that moment before it cuts away, right here, I am walking over to Atrioc. And I yelled in his face, Jmook. He yelled right back at me with a smile. It was in the heat of the moment. We were both hype as fuck. Because Atrioc is a Sheik player too. So it makes sense to why he's popping off. We both yelled Jmook in each other's faces. Like, we're both like, fucking, we're popping off. We're feeling good. That was like our first interaction about that too. Yeah, I was stealing the spotlight. Fuck yeah. The production out here trying to cancel me. They're trying to cancel me. Yeah, because he's out of shot now. He's also out of shot now, to be fair. He left shot. So it makes sense to cut away. But yeah, that was our first interaction. So that I do that. I go back to my seat. We're all having a good time. So top 8 ends. And then we're all just chilling after that. We're still in the venue. We take the Jmook picture. I'm like, hey, he's like, hey, I yelled in your face earlier. He's like, yeah, that was pretty hype. He goes, and I'm like, hey, and I introduced myself to him. And what's cool, I didn't think he'd do this, but he remembered me. Atrioc knew who I was. So there's that too. Because I don't think I told this story before. This is very hipster of me to say. Very, very, very hipster of me to say this. But I knew Big A before he started streaming. Very hipster thing. Genesis 7. I met Atrioc, and it happened very in the blue, out of the light. So at Genesis 7, Loic had a table, I'm gonna say, where he was selling his his latest line of Mogul Moves merchandise. It's like the black hoodie with like the Mogul Moves text like embroidered on it. I bought that hoodie from him, and I was chilling there with Dr. Battle for a bit, and Atrioc, Stanz, and Fendi walk over to the booth, and they join the conversation with everybody. We're all talking for a bit. Atrioc talks to me for a little bit about some content, and then he recommended that I watch the Roast of Scar. I went to my room that night after that talk, and I watched it, and he was in that bit. So that was like my first real exposure to Big A. So we talked for a little bit, and then I show him the aforementioned clip of the money match that I posted to him, and he's like, "Yeah, we can do that." Or it's like he's like, "Okay," he's like, "Wait, what did I say about the money? Like about the write down on the piece of paper how much money I want?" So we had some fun talking about that bit. And he's like, "Yeah," and then we're like, "Yeah, you gonna be a guild house?" Like, "Yeah, I'll be a guild house. We'll play then." So yeah, the stage is set. The stage is set for the money match, and afterwards we take an amazing fucking picture. Like, we take an amazing fucking picture. Where's the picture? Like, this picture? Like, chat, that picture is fucking goes hard. I posted this in the Atrioc server, and one of the subs there was like, I wanted to make a caption that said, "Friendship ended with Ludwig. Stelios is our friend now." That's what this picture gives off. That's what this picture gives off, too. Also confirm that Atrioc is 5'1", and I'm 5'2". But like, yeah, so this picture, we take this picture, and I also took this picture, and look what I did today. I went to the CVS. I framed it. Dude, it's a good fucking picture. It's a good fucking picture. It's a very wholesome picture too. Just 3 streamers hanging out. I get to Guild House before they do. First thing I do is that I find a setup because, like, all right, I haven't played Melee all day. I need to warm up and get ready for the money match. I eventually found a setup with like 2 guys. One is Danger, who I believe edits for Stance. So eventually, Big A and Stance find their way to the venue. So it's me, Atrioc, Stanz, and Danger. We're all just chilling, and it's like, you know what? How about we do teams? And I'm like, I'm down. So it honestly, the first couple games are very even. They're very even because they're a static team, probably, and I've never teamed Danger before in my life. So it's a lot of feeling out first couple of games. It's like we win a game, they win a game, we win a game, they win a game. The team comp for like the first like 4 or 5 games, it's I'm playing Puff, Danger's playing Fox, Atrioc's playing Sheik, Stance is playing Puff. So it's 2 Puffs, a Fast Faller, and a Sheik. It's very, like I said, very even, very back and forth. Almost every game comes down to either a 2v1 or a 1v1 with like everyone with 1 stock or yoinking the stock if they die. So we're getting things together. Yeah, like I said, like the key thing here is that like I am fucking up Stance. Like if it's me and Stance and one, I am just fucking him up. And if it's me and Big A, we're pretty back and forth. But like Big A is either like by corner, like throwing needles or throwing out back airs or neutral airs, or like going center stage, going for a grab and helping out Stance. After we win a game, or like a couple games, like it was very back and forth. I forget how many games we won. I think it was like we've both won 3 games at this point on both sides. Stance goes, all right, hit him with Operation B. So Stance switches to Peach. I've known Stance as a Peach main more than a Puff main, but I don't think it really changed much. He did all right. He did fine. Like he did all right. But like it was pretty much the same deal. I think they won that first game after that, but then it kind of went. It was more back and forth. I think we played like 2 more games. It goes back and forth. I think we win 2 or we both win 1, and then it's like, all right, we're still pretty even. And then okay, then it gets interesting. A certain person walks over to the setup. It's a guy who I've come to know a lot after this happened. Joe Abunga, if anybody knows who he is, walks over to the setup. He has gifts for everybody here. So he gives everyone there a hat. He gives Atrioc and Stanz these nice red hats that say communism on them. Very, very cool. And then I think at this point, they hit Stanz says, all right, hit him with Operation C next because they lost the game. And then they go double Fox. Me, as a Puff player, I am not doing that because fuck that. So I'm like, I tell Danger I'm going Peach. So what Danger does is that he also goes Peach. So it's double Fox versus double Peach. We go to Battlefield, it isn't even close. It's a fucking wash for us. We destroyed them that game. It was actually hilarious, too. It's like, I'm fucking up-airing Stanz 3 times in a row. I'm like doing the down air neutral edge guards to Atrioc. It's a fucking banger of a game. We played so fucking good that game. It was not close. It was a Johnny Cag's body bag. So after we win the game, I think I won for my team. Fucking Joe Abunga gives me an Enron hat, which in reality is his Enron hat. So context here. Joe Abunga is fucking blackout drunk. The dude fucking gives me his hat, and I'm like, why do I have another Enron hat now? Is it because I've won the game or I'm beating them? And he's like, he just gives me it. We're all popping off. We're all having a great time. We're like, yeah, fuck it, why not? So I take the Enron hat. I take the hat and put it on. And so like after that, I don't think we lost a single game after this too. I don't think we lost a single game after that happened. So I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. I'm just fucking chilling with this goddamn hat. So after that, we're like, all right, let's just random characters. So, oh no, what? No, they do Operation D next, which is double Donkey Kong. So what we do is that I think Danger and I do random. I got Pichu for my random, and I think what Danger get? I think he got Ness. So it's Ness Pichu on my end. I'm playing Pichu. Danger's I think is on Ness versus double Donkey Kong from the esportsman-like conduct dudes. It's similar deal. My Pichu fucks them both up. Danger plays pretty well too. We keep winning, and then eventually evolves into me just playing my low tiers and just destroying both of them because they're just playing random characters. So in the end, we just kept bodying them. It's like, all right, cool, feeling good. We won a couple games. We do one last game where it's like, I think it's like my Game & Watch. I think Danger played Ness, or I think he ran into like some other character. I forget who he played. Versus Atrioc's Yoshi and Stanz's Luigi. Stanz's Luigi, honestly, pretty good. It was pretty good. It was giving us a hard time sometimes. I'm playing Game & Watch, who doesn't have a shield, and I'm like, what do I do here? But I figured it out. I hit Big A of like down throw Nair's Game & Watch because he had no idea what to do, and I just like I got rid of Big A's Yoshi. I'm like, all right, what do we do against Stanz's Luigi? Stanz got a misfire platform cancel on Stadium at one point, I'm pretty sure too, during that game. His Luigi was pretty nice with it. I'm not gonna lie, but we won that game too. So like we're all feeling good. We played like 10 or 12 games of doubles. Then we just fist bumped. We had a good night. So we may have not done the money match, but I did win most of the games against them. Generally, it was a great time. Like generally, it was a fucking sick time playing them. It was so much fun. But here's the thing: after this is over, I'm like, I have a second Enron hat. And I'm like, okay, so I guess I won an Enron hat for beating Atrioc in doubles. That's literally what happened. I'm guessing is what happened. The French Revolution happened at Genesis, for those who don't know. So basically, there was a Smash Ultimate player called Gluttony. That's how I usually say it. He's from France. And there's like a whole crew of French players with him. And like there's some fucking loud motherfuckers. Like they are fucking loud with it. They'll like pop off for like the smallest thing ever. Where's the tweet? Funniest thing at G8 by far was the French stream setup. They were behind a black curtain with other streams, but no crowd view. So if your opponent was EU, you got pulled into the French dimension with 30 dudes around a setup, waving flags and cheering every time you get hit. This is literally all of top 8 when Gluttony was playing. So Glut also had a losers run, starting in losers like 7th of top 8. So imagine an entire Ultimate top 8 with a top 8 venue with a whole section in like the top right of the stream or of the venue just going absolutely bonkers for Gluttony. It was some crazy, like, actually dedicated shit, too. They got the flag. They were popping off, cheering in French, just cheering for their boy. And that's kind of shit you kind of love to see. And, like, now that we're back in, like, an IRL setting, like, this is kind of something that reminds me of how sick the scene is, whether you're on either side of the fence. Because, like, you can't get that online. Which is why I feel like when Moki made that video back in March about whether the scene is dying or not, I think it's just because we were on, like, the dopamine of just not having a tournament for a while. Like, in-person tournament in, like, fucking 2 years. So, like, having this kind of thing happen at an event, like, this was kind of crazy. Yeah, so I'll show this off. So this is Jmook versus IBDW, aka Cody, during Losers Finals.
I am shaking. I might be trembling.
I love my narrative during this too.
Dude, the combos go crazy. Oh, shit. No. Oh, my God.
That 4, yeah, he's dead.
Oh, my fucking God. Yes. Yes.
It cut off there, and I get a POV of me and Aiden just fucking freaking out after what just happened. Because I went up to Aiden, and we both, like, hugged, popping off. No, that's my hand. Chris, that's my hand right here. Because I'm fucking shaking the camera going off that he just won. Like, he 3-0'd Cody. It was a fucking body bag. Like, no one saw this coming. Like, no one... I don't think anybody thought it'd be a fucking... I thought it'd be, like, game 5 or, like, a 3-1. But no, he just fucking 3-0's Cody. Like, crazy. It wasn't even close either. And then one of my roommates showed me this. Like, this right here is, like, romantic Smash moments. Like, top 10, Watch Mojo, like romantic Smash moments. That's literally what this is. Yeah, Cody would then, Cody got 3rd in this tournament. And, Jmook would lose 3-1 to Zane and Grants. Game 3, 69 by the way. Game 3, yeah, he goes Fox, which is kind of weird. But he did explain, he did explain this choice to go Fox. For those who missed it or didn't see it on Twitter. He did this because, he's always wanted to play Fox at a high level on a big stage. And, like, get that experience of, like, what it feels like to do. That's why he did it. And he probably knew he probably wasn't going to be able to win the tournament at this point, so he just busted it out because why not? Very, like, damn. Like, that's humble. And I was like, I fucking respect that. Like, I respect that a lot. I think that's fucking sick. At this point, you're like the 21st seed. You're like the 21 seed of the tournament. And you're getting 2nd minimum at this point. Like, I think you're good, dude. Like, it would have been insane if you got the reset at the least, but it's Zane. The dude's playing too fucking good. You can't really complain about that. Like, you shouldn't be. Like, yeah, you can't be disappointed with that performance. Like, I forgot to say. So what? Okay, here. This is actually kind of a cool story. After the losers final set with Jmook and I know it was either losers finals or the winner set against None. It was one of those two sets. I got pulled aside by the media to be interviewed about this. And they just asked me about, like, what this run means, like, how, like, what I know about Jmook and all that jazz, too. Which is, like, that's fucking sick. Sure, I kind of, like, I try my best with it. Because, like, he's from Tri-State and I'm from New England. But, like, I don't want to pass the opportunity to talk about, like, this insane run. Like, I'm talking about history here. I got interviewed at a high level to talk about this. Maybe that guy knew me from my commentary. I'm not sure. There were people there who knew me for commentary. Like, when I was there to get my badge on Thursday, Trip walked up to me from 69%. It's like, hey, you're from Alt Chat. I know you. Yeah, he knew me from commentary. So that was like, people recognize you from commentary, which is really nice. Zambu recognized who I was from commentary because we also met before. Smash Bang guys knew how commentary was going. People were asking if I was casting at Genesis, and I told them no. They were pretty bummed that I wasn't casting, which that's really cool because, like, it tells me that people like they at least see what I'm doing, and they kind of support for what I'm doing. And that's kind of thing I kind of love too, because, like, the last Genesis that I went to was before I started streaming, like before I really started doing commentary more. Oh, I get you Ludwig mashing.
She's mashing it.
So at Genesis on day 2. Ludwig did a matching competition with a bunch of people. So there was a booth, which was the Mango booth on day 1 from Cloud9, that got turned to a Mario Party 4 setup during day 2. So when Ludwig showed up Saturday morning, they set it up to be a matching competition where you pay $5 to enter to try and beat Ludwig at mashing. What's crazy about that, too, is that you can hear the controller sound in my phone camera. I'm, like, zoomed in, like, across the table. It was kind of nutty. Lud did a meet and greet after. I talked to him after, too. Yeah, he went undefeated. Yeah, he did a stream. He did a stream of it on YouTube, I think, so that's probably where most people saw it. So if you wanted to watch it, there's a VOD of it somewhere. That's what they were doing. Oh, so yeah, fucking there's another major this weekend. There's another major this weekend, which is crazy. Yeah, Pound is this weekend. Because originally, before the date change, it was supposed to be Genesis was going to be in January. They were going to do Pound in April. It was all going to be good. Then Big Omi hit, and they had to change it. So, yeah, have to work around that, and now here we are. So, Genesis and Pound are happening back to back, and I know people are doing that, and I'm like, you guys are fucking insane. Like, if it wasn't for Genesis, I would go to Pound. But no, I'm not doing that. It's too soon. I have the money, but I'm not going to do it. But yeah, like, TLDR, what a tournament. Like, you know, like, no real big complaints aside from Hbox just being weird on Saturday. Like, just, I'm gonna listen to the Yard after I'm done streaming, I think, before bed. Just to hear, like, more of their POV of what happened at Genesis. But, like, you know, like, hell yeah, man. Like, if you watched it, hope you guys watched it. If you watched it, hope you guys enjoyed watching it at home. I fucking love being back. I mean, I also just love going to NorCal, though. Because it's like, I know we're still in COVID times and all that shit. We have the whole... Oh, shit. There's that we can talk about. The day before I left, the mask mandate got dropped. On planes. Oh, boy. So I heard the story from Atrioc. I heard the story from Twitter on, like, TK Breezy's POV and stuff like that. Where, like, they'd be on a plane, and the pilot would go, hey, we just got word that you don't have to wear a mask on a plane anymore. And, like, people on the flight, not every, like, flight I heard about, would just be like, they'd be cheering, they'd be clapping, they'd be ripping off their mask. They'd be like, yeah, K Kona, woo, freedom, America, yeah, that kind of it. You don't have to wear this goddamn piece of propaganda anymore. Got that time propaganda over in NorCal. Now I got on these planes. Get off my face. This is America. I did get merch too. A lot of good stuff here. A lot of good stuff that I got. So I got 3 new coats/jackets. So I got a Alston Melee fleece jacket with a GameCube on it. Very good design. I got my new Dragon Quest mask. That's right. Yeah, so I got a custom mask made by Spiff Space, which has a Dragon Quest slime and has the text that says Dragon Quest on it. Very nice mask. I probably wear it to PAX on Saturday. Pink O2 hat. This shirt I'm wearing right now, I got this for free for registering early. A couple C9 stickers, a couple 69% stickers. There's my badge right there. A lot of pins from Spiff, which I'll show off on camera in my bag. There's my Jmook shirt. My Jmook shirt gonna be framed. Not gonna lie, I'm framing that shit. Gonna be such a nice thing. I'm gonna frame this thing. After I end streaming a little bit, I am framing this shirt. No cap. Like, dead ass, no cap, I'm framing this. Easily. Spiff coat, which I wore today out with Chris for a little bit. G8 embroidered hoodie. Goes crazy hard. 269% hats. The extra Enron hat, which I mailed back to Joe today. But yeah, that's kind of like, you know, that's the merch drop. Very cool stuff. I'll show off my bag next. Let me show off my bag. I'll show off my bag. My bag looks a lot more... You can see it right there in the case. It's pretty much different the last time you guys saw it. A lot of new pins on it compared to how it last was. A lot of pins got added, put back onto. Looking very, very nice. Just in time for PAX 2, which is my next stop on Saturday. Maybe I'll look a little bit of a mini vlog on Saturday is what I'm thinking. But we'll see. But I think that is a good way to cap off the Genesis recap. Have a good night, y'all. Thanks for being here.
So I'm here with someone else, and they want to say how much they love the Style Hotel. How about I go there with my special guest right here?
Hello, it is me, #1 Stelios enjoyer in the flesh. That's all.